my Pilates quick fix workout. Today we're going to work our cores, strengthen those muscles, and lengthen our spines. So if you're feeling tired, or stiff, or you have a sore back, or you just need to get the lead out, this workout is what you need to get you back on track. Let's begin. We're going to sit with our knees up, take your arms to your legs, and fold forward. Relax your neck and just hang over your legs here. I'm just going to lift my head so you can hear me, but you stay forward over the legs. You're going to put your hands on the back of your ribs and take a big breath in. Feel the back of your ribs expand, and as you exhale, feel them soften again. Try it again. Big breath in, expand the back of the ribs. Exhale and release it. One more time. Big breath into the back of the ribs. And exhale and soften. And now you're going to sit up tall. Put your hands on the side of your ribs. Here you're going to take a big breath and move your ribs sideways, widen them apart. And then exhale, soften them back towards the center. Again, big breath in, widening the ribs. Exhale and soften. One more time, ribs really wide to the side. Exhale and release. Now we're going to lay down on our backs. Put your hands on the front of your ribs now, and feel the little grooves in between them with your fingers. And as you take a breath in, feel your ribs widen and separate your hands with the movement of the ribs. Exhale and soften. Again, inhale, 360 degrees in your rib cage, front, side, and back. Exhale and soften. One more breath, expanding all the way around. Exhale and release. Now move your hands down to your hip bones. And find your hip bones and then move your fingers just inside of them where it's kind of soft. You're going to give a fake cough here. You feel that muscle pop? That's your transverse abdominis, a very important deep core muscle, and we're going to turn it on and try and keep it on for this whole workout. So if you need to cough again, give it a shot. And once you've found that muscle, keep it squeezed. And then with your fingers on the hip bones, you're going to tip the pelvis, moving the hips towards the ribs, lifting the tailbone off the floor just a little bit, and then releasing it back down. And again, tipping the pelvis, and releasing it. Now this is a small, subtle movement, and you're doing it with the deep abdominals, not using your legs or your butt muscles to cause this movement. Again, rocking the pelvis, just a small, gentle rock, and release. One more time. And let it go. Now, put your thumbs on your ribs and your fingers on your hip bones. You're going to take a big breath in, expand your ribs, and as you exhale, bring your hips and your ribs 1 inch closer together, shortening in front. And then inhale, release. Exhale, shorten in front and lengthen through your back. Again, inhale, release. Exhale, lengthening the spine, contracting in the front. Again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. One more time, inhale and release it. And exhale, squeeze your ribs and your hips together, lengthen the spine, and then release. Now place your hands back on your hip bones, and I want you to make sure that your hips don't tip side to side. You want them very steady and level the whole time as we move our legs. So you're going to take your left knee out to the side, keeping the hips level, and then slide your foot away from you on the mat. Turn your knee back up to face the ceiling and slide the leg back in. And again, out to the side, hips stay level, leg slides away, roll it in, and bring it up. Again, out to the side, slide it away, roll it in, and bring it up. One more, out to the side. Lengthen it, turn it in, and slide it up. Now the same leg is going to reverse direction. It's going to start by sliding away from you. Turn it out to the side, bring the knee up the side, and back to center. Slide it away. Turn it out, pull your belly to your spine as it comes up the side, and back to center. Again, slide it away. Turn it out, bring it up and around, back to center. Last time this side. Straighten it, turn it out, bring it up the side, and back in. Now go to the other side. We're going to take your right knee out to the side, keeping the hips level. Slide the foot away from you, roll the knee up to the ceiling, and slide the leg back in. Again, out to the side. Slide it away, put your belly to your spine, roll it in, and and bring it up, out to the side. Lengthen it away from you. Roll it in and bring it up. One more time, out to the side. Slide it away, bring it in, and back up. And now reverse it. Lengthen it away from you on the mat. Turn it out. Bring it up the side. Really squeeze those abs and pull it in. Lengthen away. Turn it out. Bring it up the side. And in. Again, lengthen it away. Turn the leg out. Up the side. And in. Last one. Keep those hips level. Lengthen it away. Turn it out. Bring it up the side. And back in. Now I'd like you to take your hands directly above your chest. There are a couple of rules for this exercise. No sliding of the hands and no bending of the elbows. Your hands stay glued together and your arms stay straight. You're going to take your hands to one side, twisting the upper body, and inhale. And then exhale, back to the center. Keeping your hips on the mat on the other side. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Inhale, opening the space between your shoulder blades. Exhale to the center. Twist again. And make sure that your hands aren't getting over your head. You want to keep them right in line with your chest. Back to center. Twist it open. And center. Once more each side. Twist, breathe in. And exhale to center. Last side. Inhale. And back to center. Very good. Now put your hands down by your hips. You're going to do a scooping action, not with your pelvis this time, but in the very deep, deep center of your hip socket. So you're going to scoop in the hip socket and bring the knee towards the chest. And then place it back down on the ground. Again, scoop with the other hip socket now. And lift the other knee. And place the foot back down. Try two more of those. Scoop and lift. And lower. Scooping and lifting. And place the foot back down. Now we're going to add an arm. So the opposite arm comes straight up to the ceiling as the knee lifts right over the head. And then lower both back down to the mat. And the other side now. Scoop and lift. Arm and leg. And back down. Keep pulling your belly towards your spine. And pull your hip bones together in the front. Activate that transverse abdominis we found earlier. Lift and scoop. And lower. And if your transverse abdominis is doing its job here, then your legs should feel almost weightless. So try to move the work out of your hip and into the abs. And lower. One more time each side. Scooping, lift, and lower. And the other side. Lift, and lower. All right. Now I'd like you to move the inner edges of your feet right together. You're going to take the knees apart, and you can roll to the sides of your feet. And then squeeze the inner thighs back together. And if you'd like, you can put your hands on your hip bones for a couple more of these to make sure your hips don't rock forward or back. Open the knees, and squeeze them together. Open them, and squeeze them together. Now we'll add the arms. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. And you're going to take the arms in a big circle like you're making a snow angel. Arms go out to the side as the knees move apart. Arms right over the head, and then arms down and legs together. Again, lifting the arms up overhead, sliding them along the floor, squeezing those inner thighs back together. Check in with your hips. Are they staying level as you do this movement? And back together. One more time. Nice big circle. Relax the shoulders and bring everything back together. Now widen your feet again so they're hip width apart, and take your hands behind your head. You want your elbows wide, but not so wide that you can't see them out of the corners of your eyes. So with your peripheral vision, check that you can still see your elbows. And the first movement we'll do is lengthening the back of the neck. And as you do that, your chin will tuck down a little bit. Inhale and lengthen the neck. And then exhale and curl yourself forward. Keep your elbows wide. Inhale at the top, pause here, and then exhale back down the mat. Again, inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale at the top, and exhale down. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, curl forward, pull your ribs towards your hips. Inhale at the top, and exhale down. Now we'll add the arms. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, curl forward. On this inhale, the arms move back, up and over, down to the hips. hips and lower yourself to the mat. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale, the arms reverse, back up behind the head and coming back down. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale, the arms back up and over and exhale down. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale, back up behind the head and exhale down. 2 more of these. Inhale, lengthen the neck. Exhale, curl forward, ribs down. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lengthen your neck. Exhale, curl. Really squeeze your abs. Inhale, the arms back up and over and lower yourself down to the mat. Very good. Now take the arms out to the side and bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze your inner thighs together. You are to send your knees over to one side, keeping your shoulder down. Take them as far as you're comfortable. They don't have to touch the floor. And then squeeze them back to the center. And the other side, rolling the hips. Taking the knees over, keeping the shoulders down. Exhale, back to center. Inhale and twist. Exhale, squeeze back to center. Pull your belly to your spine. Inhale and twist. Exhale, back to center. Again, twisting to one side, bringing up the spine. Exhale, center. Again, twist and center. Last time, knees over, shoulders down, breathe in. Exhale, back to center. Last side, twist and back to center. Very good. Place your feet back on the mat. You can be laying on your arm, or you can put your hand on your head on your hand if you like. Now have your feet in line with your hips and your knees right in front of you, and your hand can be in front for support. Or you can place it on the hip to make sure that you don't roll back in this exercise. It's important to keep the hips stacked. So you're going to lift the top knee, keeping the hips where they are, and lower it back down. And again, lift the knee and lower it down. Open the knee and lower. And if you like, you can place your hand just behind the hip bone and feel the muscle that's doing this work. It's called your glute medius, and it's just under the top layer of muscle. Feel that muscle working as you open the knee and lower it. One more time, open and lower it. Now lengthen out your legs and roll onto your stomach.